F1's 2021 season finally blasts off this weekend, with racing under lights at Bahrain's desert track. But who will be where in qualifying? Our power rankings set you straight on the expected competitive order. At 10, Haas faces another difficult season, with its barely updated VF21 setting the slowest time per team in Bahrain pre-season testing 2 weeks ago. And it won't get better, with the US-owned squad focused on 2022, so no update parts all season, likely locking Haas into its own fight at the back. At least it'll be consistent for rookies Mick Schumacher, the son of legendary 7-time world champion Michael, and combative Russian teammate Nikita Mazepin. At 9, it's a new era for Williams, with hopes the FW43B, the first car from the team's new owners Doralton Capital, can provide a proper step forward.
We are just working so hard at trying to make a transition, and I think we can do that.
George Russell and Nicholas Latifi have stayed on, but will be fighting all season long with the car's peaky aerodynamics that are sensitive to wind. Alfa Romeo at 8 aced testing with more laps than anyone else, while 2007 F1 world champion Kimi Räikkönen set the 4th fastest time overall, a hot lap from the Iceman on Pirelli's grippiest C5. Its development tokens were spent on its front wing, while expected gains from the Ferrari power unit could see it break into F1's midfield and finish higher than 8th, which it did in the last 3 years.
We try to hopefully have better results than last year as a team, as both drivers, and take the team more forward.
At number 7, Aston Martin has gigantic ambitions, but a midfield reality this season, with its AMR21 an evolution of last year's Racing Point RP20, which won last time out in Bahrain in the chaotic Sakhir Grand Prix. But pre-season testing didn't go well. Lance Stroll set the 2nd slowest time per team, while the squad completed the 2nd fewest laps overall with gearbox and suspected turbo issues. Stroll's new teammate, 4-time F1 world champion Sebastian Vettel, is remaining cool and calm, but says 10 years ago he would have panicked. Its momentum lost at Alpine, despite the squad being just a rebranded version of last year's Renault operation, with a new management team installed and its chassis carried into a 3rd year of competition. 2-time F1 world champion Fernando Alonso will bring a huge morale boost, alongside French young gun Esteban Ocon. But frustration could fester if Alonso's racing down the back of the field, especially with memories fresh of his old championship-winning R25, with which he reconnected in Abu Dhabi last year.
A lot of emotions when I see this car, and now also I think it looks very small compared to the current ones, and it's like a toy that you want to take care of it, but then when you close the visor you want to squeeze it.
At 5 is Ferrari, which is desperate to wake up from its nightmare season last year, when the Scuderia finished 6th in the standings, its lowest placing since 1980. The new SF21 has a modified rear, including Mercedes-style suspension, updated gearbox, and new power unit, so all of the ingredients are there. Carlos Sainz has joined Charles Leclerc for a young, hungry lineup, and the Spaniard set the 3rd fastest time in testing. The new car looks like a step forward, but not enough to challenge at the front. At 4, AlphaTauri is riding a wave of confidence following Pierre Gasly's superb maiden victory at Monza last year, one earned under maximum pressure. The squad set the second fastest time overall in testing, but it seems that rookie Yuki Tsunoda, who joins Gasly, may have been using DRS earlier than is usually permitted across the lap. Regardless, the AT02 looks like a solid, quick car, one that will help Tsunoda make the most of his first season, but he's not taking anything for granted.
I can expect what's gonna happen, so just push from the free practice one and try to adapt to the car and also try to adapt to the Formula race weekend as much as possible.
McLaren, third here, returns to Bahrain this week as F1's dark horse. The momentum behind it following a smooth preseason test, where its MCL 35M not just proved responsive and reliable, but made a splash with its innovative diffuser the talk of the F1 paddock, despite new recruit Daniel Ricciardo setting just the 7th fastest time on the C4s. Lando Norris returns alongside, with the Mercedes power unit giving it class-leading grunt. Expect surprises in 2021. Mercedes has won 7 straight title doubles, dominating F1's complex turbo hybrid era since the start of 2014. But it's only number 2 here after struggling in Bahrain testing, with the W12 a handful with an unstable rear end. Lewis Hamilton no doubt is targeting a record-breaking 8th title, with teammate Valtteri Bottas desperate to halt his railroading. But the team's got lots of work to do before race 1 to understand the car.
Hopefully when we get to the race weekend, it won't be so difficult for the drivers because they were having to work pretty hard to do the lap times that they were doing.
Topping our rankings, Red Bull was the star of Formula One's hectic 3-day preseason test, an omen that could see its best chance of a strong start for the first time in the sport's turbo hybrid era. Dutch Top Gun Max Verstappen set the fastest time overall, but the squad is under zero illusions as to the strength of its rivals, especially Mercedes, which won 13 of 17, or 76% of races in 2020. Sergio Perez has been recruited to take the fight to the rapid Verstappen, with Honda fast-tracking updates in its final season as Works power unit partner. But can Red Bull maintain its early momentum and give us the close season that we desperately desire? Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.